it's Helen from Journal with Purpose and welcome to my latest video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my bullet journal setup for 2020. In the front of the Rodeo Goal book that I'm using, there's already an undated calendar. And as you can see, I use that to book appointments in advance and any deadlines that I have coming up. It also has these wider sections where I tend to record project work or things for my blog or YouTube that I want to release. So when I set my bullet journal up for the new year, I don't need to worry about doing a year at a glance or a future log. And I currently have some deadlines and schedules written out already, and these are mainly for things that I need to get done by the end of this year. And this is my setup for 2019, and my word for the year was courage. I knew I had loads of really exciting things coming up this year, but I was also quite nervous about them, so it really was a great word to help see me through the year, and it was something that I referred to really often. So I'm now going to set up my pages for the start of 2020. And I'm going to begin with a quote page and then also pick my word for the year. To letter out my quote, I'm using a blue Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen. The quote I'm writing out is, "Surround yourself with the dreamers and the doers, the believers and thinkers, but most of all, surround yourself with those who see greatness within you, even when you don't see it yourself." And it seemed like such a perfect quote for me, and unfortunately I can't see who wrote it, otherwise I would have put that on there. But I was just searching through Google and Pinterest, and when this one came up I knew it would be right for me. The word I've picked for 2020 is balance, so I decided to draw out some scales. And I like to have a visual representation because it really helps it stick in my mind. With the word courage for 2019, I drew a dream catcher to make sure that I didn't let my fears get in the way of my dreams. And this year, I really want to make sure that as I move into 2020, I'm focused more on how I can achieve a better level of balance in my life. 2019's been a really great year for me, and I've done so many new and exciting things. But what I have found is that I've spent a huge amount of time working, and that includes the evenings and weekends, and it's not something that I want to continue with in next year. I still want to continue doing all of the really exciting projects, but I know that I need to let some other things go so that I can have more time really just to relax and have fun as well. I'm using the chameleon coloured pencils in the 2 different shades of blue to add some colour to my scales. I'd love to know if you've picked a word yet for 2020, and if you have, please do let me know in the comment section down below. The next pages I'm setting up are for my review of 2019 and then my plans for 2020. I always like to take some time at the end of the year to really think about what's gone well and what kind of changes I can make as I move into the new year. So I'm going to draw out some notepads and sticky note boxes, and that's really just for a bit of extra interest on my page. And then I'm going to fill those out with my thoughts on how 2019's been. To sketch these out, I'm using a Staedtler pigment liner. And everything I've used in this video will be linked in the description box down below. I keep my setup for the new year really simple because each month I still do my planning pages, and I'll refer back to the goals that I set myself and start working on those in more detail each month. So in the first box, I'm going to write down my proudest achievements from the year. Probably not surprisingly, my first one is becoming a published author. And I'm also writing down that I followed my dreams with courage, launched my first product range, became a Skillshare teacher, and I got the opportunity to work with some really great brands. It has been such an exciting year for me, and I wouldn't have wanted to have turned down any of those opportunities, but I definitely have to think about what I need to let go. Especially as I'm still doing HR work during the day, that's one of the things that I probably want to work on reducing even further next year, so that I've got time to continue doing things like this that I really enjoy. The next box, I'm writing out what didn't go to plan, and then also an extra box for what did I learn. I'm using a zebra mild liner brush pen to underline the headings. In the box, what didn't go to plan, I'm writing down things like having proper time to relax. Not all of the collaborations that I was approached about were a great match. That my blog posts have been very sporadic. And also my health and fitness definitely took a hit during the course of this year. And in terms of what did I learn, that having time to properly relax is vital for my energy levels, and also that I'm pretty strong when I need to be. So now I'm going to move on to my plans for 2020. So I'm using that same blue Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen to letter out the heading. And I'm then going to sketch out a notepad. When I write out my plans for a new year, I like to keep them quite broad and also loose, because one thing I've definitely learned is that you can never foresee things that might come your way, good and bad. So I like to have a general feel for the direction that I want to head in, but I don't want to be so specific that I end up turning down things that would actually be really good for me. So I'm going to pick 3 goals for the new year and then record some actions to help me move towards them. If you're interested in sketching out the same notepad, you can find it as one of the exercises on page 56 in my book. So on this top section, I'm going to write out my 3 goals, which are to take more time off work, continue to reduce my HR clients, and also grow Journal with Purpose. And some of the actions I'm going to take are schedule in more downtime, focus on passive income streams, invest in new technology, ask for help, create a content schedule for each month, and possibly consider joining a class like yoga or exercise so that I actually stay committed to it. I'm now just finishing off my page with some more colour, and I'll also highlight underneath those headings again. I'd also love to know if you've set yourself any goals for the new year and what they are. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have, it would be great if you'd leave it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you really soon in the next one.